What's up, Dunkers and Dunkettes? It's Wayne Duncan, No Vision Duncan, and we're here today with the Madden 22 Indianapolis Colts Realistic Rebuild Year 1. This is as real as it gets when it comes to realistic. I ain't gonna say it no more. This is as real as it gets when it comes to realistic. Coming off probably our most successful rebuild of all time with the Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to try to continue our luck in this rebuild with the Colts, no pun intended. And this team has been in the sports news. They did make a couple of big trades for Matty Ice, Yannick Ngakoue, trading away Carson Wentz. And we'll probably make a couple of those moves, those same moves here in the Madden world. And if you look at the AFC South, now, the Colts, I think, is a top 2 team in this division, along with the Titans. They're 1 and 2. Now, in real life, it's out of those 2 teams. But here in the Madden world, you got Jacksonville. They're kind of OP with Trevor Lawrence. The Texans, they still got Deshaun Watson on their roster. So you know it's going to be tough to win this division in this Madden franchise. It's not going to be easy. Second, I'm tired. I don't know about the Colts, their front office. I feel like they should just go ahead and try to find their next franchise quarterback. I'm tired of these 1 to 2 year quarterbacks, these bridge quarterbacks. Just go ahead and find your next Andrew Luck. Go ahead and find your next Peyton Manning. Go and find your new Johnny Unitas. Plus, if you get a rookie quarterback on the rookie deal, that's the best time and the best window to win a Super Bowl. And you can spend that money elsewhere in other positions, other needs, other holes that you need to fill. And the Colts have some holes on this team, and I'm going to show y'all that right now. So let's waste no more time and go ahead and meet the squad for the preseason. As we have Carson Wentz. Now, they did trade Carson in real life, former Super Bowl champion with the Eagles. Honestly, I think they should have rolled with Carson Wentz for at least another season, but they decided to go ahead and trade him to the Washington Commanders. So unless he has like an MVP type season in year 1, we're going to do that and trade Carson Wentz probably for Matt Ryan. Sam Ellinger as a backup, and then JT Jonathan Taylor, who just burst out on the scene this past season. X Factor, rightfully deserved. He is our franchise running back. Shout out to Naheem Hines, one of the best backup running backs in the league. Good receiving back. Still got Marlon Mack. I love their running back room. They 3 deep. Fullback, no fullback on the roster, and then Michael Pittman Jr., wide receiver 1, big body receiver, that star dev. He has the potential to be top 10 receiver in the league. Definitely got to get him an apartment, though. T.Y. Hilton, been here forever, but we'll probably move on from him, though. 31 years old. I think he's a free agent in real life. Zach Pascal just signed with the Eagles in real life, so we'll most likely let him go. And then Paris Campbell, who hasn't been able to develop. Hopefully we'll try to develop him into like a wide receiver 2, maybe a wide receiver 3, but we definitely need help at the wide receiver position. Tight end Jack Doyle did retire in real life, but they do have Mo Alley Cox, who's decent. And then Eric Fisher, I think they lost Eric Fisher, so offensive line definitely is a position of need. That's one of those holes I was talking about. Offensive line can definitely be addressed. Quentin Nelson, probably the best young guard in the league. I'm surprised that he's not a 99, but in this rebuild, he should be able to get up to a 99. And then Ryan Kelly, who's a decent center. And then Mark Glowinski, who they did lose in free agency. So 2 positions on the O-line definitely need to upgrade. And then Braden Smith, solid right tackle. And they did bring back Matt Pryor, who is in a contract year for us, so we might bring him back as well. just to copycat real life. And then Taquan Lewis just re-signed with them 1 year extension, decent left end. And then they got a bunch of just decent defense ends. Ben Benogu, Al-Quadin Muhammad, uh, Dayo Adenabo, who they took in the second round, and I was hoping we would be able to develop him in his rebuild, but with the trade for Yannick Ngakoue, I don't think we'll be able to develop Dayo Adenabo as a starter, but hopefully he'll become like a good backup, good rotational guy. And then on the right end, Kwity Paye, love the draft pick on this past draft, so we'll definitely try to develop him. And then they have Kamiko Ture still, Isaac Rochelle, and then DeForest Buckner, who they traded for the 49ers last season, Grover Stewart. So we got our 1-2 in the trenches for the defensive tackles. And then the freak, Darius Leonard, the leader of this defense. Glad to have him, that superstar dev. Could argue that he should be a superstar X factor, but I'm glad they got him off that star dev. Finally got that superstar dev, Bobby Okereke. Decent. And then right outside linebacker, as you see, probably the weakest position, not only on the defense, but the team. And Matthew Adams, Zaire Franklin, and Jordan Glasgow. So we definitely got to upgrade that position. And then Kenny Moore, their best cornerback on the team, good slot cornerback. But after that, Xavier Rhodes, love them in Minnesota. Rhodes closed, but the roads have closed. Roads have closed on him. But he had a bounce back season though. I know that one season I think it was last year in Minnesota, he was getting burnt by all the receivers. But he's kind of had like a comeback, decent, solid. I think they even re-signed him in real life. Not sure, I gotta look it up, but guy Xavier Rhodes, Rocketson, who I thought they should have kept him. I don't know why they traded him, but they did trade him for Yannick Ngakoue, and he does have that star dev, so it's going to be tough. It's going to be hard, but we might have to let him go and just trade him. And then they got TJ Carey, Isaiah Rodgers, and then Julian Blackman, second-year free safety. Love him. He's one of the bright spots on the defense. Got my boy Sendejo, Jaleel Ade, and George Odom. So just a bunch of decent backup free safeties. And then Kari Willis, who I think is a good starter. So we can develop him. And then Rodrigo Blankenship, Goggles, kicker, young kicker out of Georgia. I don't know why they got Michael Bagley, too. I think Blankenship got hurt. That's probably why they signed him. And then Sanchez at punter. And that is the team. So year one, going to try to get through the season, and then we'll see what we do in the offseason, if we'll make the trades, make the moves, the big trades. We'll see if that happens. But first, let's get through the preseason. See if we have to make any cuts on the team. And we are 2-0. Are 2-0. And we actually go undefeated in the preseason, and we do have to cut 6 players. So I know the first cut will be Michael Bagley. We just don't need 2 kickers. I know in the last rebuild with the Chiefs, we kind of drafted 2 kickers and had 2 kickers on the team, even though we moved one to punter. But for year one, we're rocking with Blankenship at kicker. Got a lot of safeties. Let's see, Glasgow. I mean, we'll keep these linebackers because we don't have a backup middle linebacker. And they just got a lot of depth guys, man. Matt Pryor's injured. Tight end, we kind of need to keep all 4 because they don't have a fullback on the roster. Okay, so I see we got a lot of receivers. So Michael Strachan, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kind of want to keep all 7 receivers. I ain't even gonna lie. Damn, who do we cut? So Robert Windsor, we can move him to the practice squad. After that, man, they got so many depth pieces, man. Well, with Marlon Mack, Naheem Hines, Jonathan Taylor. We can put his Deion Jackson on the practice squad. I don't think nobody will steal Mike Strachan, so we'll put him on the practice squad. And then that should be everybody. I kind of want to put Jordan Glasgow too. And then we got a bunch of backup free safeties. I know they could probably play sub linebacker. Then we still got to cut one more person. Damn. Desmond Patman. It's going to have to be him. So that'll do it for all the cuts and demotions to the practice squad. Let's go ahead and just upgrade the team, reorganize the depth chart the way we see fit, and get on with season 1, year 1 of the Colts rebuild. So we have Carson Wentz. We'll put grandson, Pittman, T.Y., Zach, Parrish Campbell. We'll start Jack Doyle, and then probably mid-season we'll switch to Mo Alley Cox, who will most likely be our tight end next season. Got Ryan Kelly. O-line should be straight. Glowinski, Braden Smith. Starting Taquan Lewis, Quiddy Pay, Teray. They got a lot of depth at DM. We can put Denabo there. Then the Freak, Okereke, Franklin and Adams. Blackman, Adace, and Dayhow. And then Isaiah Rodgers, Naheem Hines. So let's put Doolin right there, and then we'll put Naheem Hines as the punt returner. Quentin Nelson, long snapper. Naheem Hines, third down back. Power back is JT with Marlon Mack as the backup. And then slot receiver will be... Should we do Zach Pascal, Parrish Campbell, Ashton Doolin, Mike Pittman? No, let's do Mike Pittman. I know he's our big body outside receiver, but let's just try to get his numbers up because we'll most likely lose that Pascal. We don't know if Parrish Campbell's going to develop. And I do have a trade in mind, kind of like a prediction of what I think is going to happen in real life now that Matt Ryan is on the team. Rush left end, they got Quiddy Pay. On the right, you got Taquan Lewis, D-Buck, Grover, Okereke, and they have a day. So, yeah, that's fine. I'll leave everything the way it is. Any more in the slot. And I think, let's see, we do have an injury. I think it is Matt Pryor. Yep, it is. 3 weeks, abdominal tear, but no worries. He's a backup. Kicking things off against my Seattle Seahawks at home. Let's see for the goal, though. Carson Wentz on the team. His first season with the Colts. Let's do, got the Titans. Let's do when I pick 7 wins, it's not necessarily just targeting 7, but it could be like 8 wins, 9 wins, 10 wins even, because you can miss the playoffs with 10 wins. So we'll just do 7. Don't want to get Frank Wright fired after the first year. And let's check out the prospects. Now, I'm not ruling out quarterback, even though the Matt Ryan trade is interesting. We might pull it off. But like I said, if I was the Colts, if I was running the Colts like I'm running the Colts right now, I would take a new franchise rookie quarterback, try to get your Andrew Luck replacement, and just stop doing this bridge quarterback shit, this Band-Aid shit. Even though the Colts is a good roster, like they could win the AFC. Right now they got a good team. JT, the running game. They got a great defense. So, but looking at the prospects, there is a quarterback right there. So there's two quarterbacks. Right outside linebacker. We definitely need a right outside linebacker. O lineman. So there's some good prospects there, positions of need. So we'll check that out later on in the off season. But right now, season opener against the Seattle Seahawks at home. Let's see how we perform. And we get the win, 35-21. So big W, week 1 to kick the season off against the Seahawks. Shut the running game down. And we were down 21-7 at the half. So what a second half comeback. Wasn't Carson Wentz, though. He was not the reason, even though he played efficient. No touchdown, no picks, not a lot of sacks. So mistake-free football. Jonathan Taylor didn't do much. He did have the 2 touchdowns. Naheem Hines had a touchdown. Michael Pittman had a rushing touchdown. And Michael Pittman went over 100 yards. So it was the defense, I'm guessing. Taquan Lewis, Grover Stewart, pick for Kenny Moore, and Darius Leonard. Inside the 23 times. Shout out to Sanchez, the punter. So don't really know why we won that game. I guess it was just the defense, and then we just scored touchdowns. Not a lot of yards, but we got touchdowns, and we do have a breakout player scenario, and it is Darius Leonard trying to get up to X Factor. I think he deserves it. I hope he gets it. Let's see if we can get Darius Leonard, the freak, to Superstar X Factor. Got the Rams at home, and we win barely. Field goal, 23-20. We get the dub, and he might have hit it. We went for it on 4th down twice, and once again we were down at the half, 13-6, and then we had a great second half comeback. So it looks like we are a second half type of team. And when you look at Carson Wentz numbers, 1 pick this game, just 1 sack though. But it's not him that's winning these games. It's not even JT really, even though he did have 2 touchdowns again. Not a lot of rushing yards. T.Y. Hilton, Jack Doyle. What was the reason why we won? Taquan Lewis, DeForest Buckner getting sacks, and we had a pick for Kari Willis, Julian Blackman. Blankenship did miss the extra pointer, but I think I found the reason. I found the answer. It is Sanchez pinning them inside the 20. That's 6 times in 2 games. Shout out to our punter. I tell y'all all the time, punters matter. They matter to me, damn it. And let's take a look at the mock draft as we are 2-0. And they have us projected. You know what? We're not projected at all because they traded picks for Carson Wentz. And let's see if the freak got that X factor, and he did not. But I know he said he's upset. I'm not upset about it. Still a great player. As Matt Pryor, Paris Campbell, and EJ Speed all are back. Let's make sure that we have Michael Pittman still in the slot. And we do. So we are 2-0. Now we have a division game against the Titans, who I think is the top team in the AFC South. But this offseason, in real life, I think they actually got weaker. They lost a couple of pieces on defense, cut Julio Jones, wink, wink. But I think they still might be the top team in the AFC. As you saw, they had the number 1 seed in the AFC this past offseason in real life. But let's go ahead and beat them. We've been shutting the running game down, so hopefully we can shut down Derrick Henry, and we lose by a fucking point, 18-17, man. 18-17 on the road. Couldn't stop Derrick Henry. We had the turnover that cost us. They went for it on 4th down twice. This time we was up at the half, 10-7, and then they scored 5 points, so they must have got a safety somewhere, and that safety came back to haunt us as we lost by a point. Carson Wentz. Can't even throw 200 yards. Julio with a touchdown against us. Jonathan Taylor was our leading receiver, so that's not good. Bobby Okereke had a sack. Kwity Paye, Blankenship, and then this time their punter Brett Kern pins us inside the 20 3 times. So I told you all the time, man, them punters be having a big impact on the game. And let's see if we can beat the Miami Dolphins on the road. And we lose by a touchdown, 18-25. So after going 2-0, we're going a 2-game losing streak on the road. We were actually able to pass the ball this time. No turnovers, 3 fourth-down conversions. It's just we were down big, 14-3 at the half. Tried to come back. It was too late. And, man, Carson Wentz, I don't know what we're getting out of him. Looks like he's having a great game, not throwing any touchdowns. No picks. He got sacked a couple of times, but I don't know what's going on with him. Not really impressing me. Making it much easier decision for me of what we're going to do. The offseason as Kenny Moore gets a pick. And we fall to 2-2. Fall to 2-2. As we have Xavier Rhodes is back from injury. We do have another injury. And it is Nyheim Hines. That's okay. That's why we have Marlon Mack still. In our first TV game against the Baltimore Ravens, they are actually 1-3. So they started off slow. Let's see if we can slow them down some more. And no, they slow our asses down. 31 to shit. No points scored. As we go 0-3 on the road. Lose Monday night, just embarrassed ourselves on Monday Night Football. Straight up embarrassed, man. Just terrible game. Carson Wentz played like shit, man. He's not even throwing. He can't even get 200 yards, bro. He's throwing like 100 yards a game, bro. Like Tebow could throw for more passing yards, bro. Like, what are you doing, bro? Do you want your job or not? I'll ship your ass off to Washington like right now this season. As Isaiah Rodgers gets his first pick, and Blankenship misses a field goal. Wish he would have made it. We at least put some points on the board. And yeah, just big L. That's a big L that we took as we go on a 3-game losing streak. But we do have a breakout player scenario, and it is Taquan Lewis. And I kind of hope he does not hit that, because if he hits that and goes up to star dev, it's just going to make me, I don't know why they traded for Yannick Ngakoue. Like, if I do that trade, like, do I move him to right outside linebacker? Like, I don't know. But they did bring back Taquan Lewis in real life, so hopefully he hits this breakout scenario and get off of that Brown dev trait as we win the game, and he might have went up to star dev. So we might have to keep him. As we ran the ball, we shut the running game down, we shut the passing game down. As you know, the Texans are probably, I was going to say the worst team in the division, but in real life it was really the Jaguars. Carson Wentz has his best game of the season, 281 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Marlon Mack filling in well for Nyheim Hines, as he used to be running back 1 before Jonathan Taylor broke out. And Michael Pittman, Pascal, T.Y., Jack Doyle are all great. No sacks. Pick for Kenny Moore. He's having a great season so far. And we get off of that losing streak. Get off that losing streak. We get back to 500, 3-3, as you see. Titans and Colts, 3-3. And let's see if Taquan Lewis, and he did. God damn it. Got to find a way to keep Taquan Lewis and find a role for him on this team for the future. That's Mark Glowinski. And Taquan Lewis comes back from injury. So he got injured, but he was able to hit that dev trait. And let's see if we can beat the 49ers on TV. We have not won a road game all season long. And we are going to continue to not win our road games. As we lose by a field goal, 10-13, we just, both teams really didn't play that great. But Sam Ehlinger got in, threw a touchdown, threw a pick, so Carson Wentz must have got injured. as T.Y. Hilton had a touchdown. Kwity Paye had a sack. So Carson Wentz must have went down with injury early on. Hope it's nothing too serious. He must have just got here for the game. We get Xavier Rhodes back. There is a mock draft too. I don't know why I clicked it because I don't think we have a first round pick. Let me just double check. Yeah, that's right. We don't have a first round pick. And watch we lose like the rest of the games this season. Week 8, we have the Titans. This is an important game. We already lost to them once. We can't afford to get swept by them. If we beat them, we'll be tied for first place in the division. So let's go ahead and take care of business and get our revenge. Nope, they beat us even worse this time, 41-10. So that 1 point loss. But the Titans are going to sweep us. The only way we can win the division is if we win out, get a better record than them. As we go down 17-0 at half, man. I don't know why we keep trying to come back in the second half. Carson Wentz, once again, he's going to have like 2,000 passing yards this season. Julio, 100 yards against us. Davenport giving up 2 sacks. Jack Rabbit with a pick against us. As we have another breakout player scenario, and it is Kari Willis. So another guy stuck on that normal, boring brown dev trait, trying to get off a star, to that shiny star dev, as we have a TV game against the 0-7. 0-7 Jets. Now, we're undefeated at home. They're defeated, period. They're just 0-7. Knowing Madden, this is going to be the game where we lose our first home game. They're going to get their first win. And we're going to get our asses kicked. We're going to get our asses handed to us on a silver plate. But we're going to try to get that silver dev plate for Kari Willis. And let's see if that happens. We're 1 for 1 right now. Got Taquan Lewis to star dev, and we lose. I told you. I told you it was going to happen. Undefeated at home. Jets ain't won a game. They're going to beat us. Thursday night game. Lose by a touchdown. We were down 21-7. Look, trying to come back the second half. That's our pattern. That's what we like to do. But it's not working. Come up with something new. Can't keep trying to come back in the second half. Jonathan Taylor, 71 yards. Elijah Moore went crazy. Michael Pittman had a touchdown. Forrest Buckner. Blankenship was great, but lose to the 0-7 Jets at home. And let's see if Kari Willis did not hit it. And we get a lot of guys back from injury. One of them being Darius Leonard. We get Naheem Hines back. Let's check out. It is week 10, so let's go ahead and check out the contract negotiations. T.Y. Hilton most likely going to let walk. Xavier Rhodes will wait. Glowinski, we know he left in free agency in real life. So did Pascal. Marlon Mack don't need. Mo Ali Cox, though, I think I'm going to extend. And he could be like our tight end 1 next season. Taquan Lewis, who they extended in real life. They extended him in real life, so we're going to extend him in the game. 2-year deal. And everybody else, not interested. Not interested. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to make a couple of changes right now. So Mo Ali Cox will go to tight end 1. What the hell is going on? I want grandson there. I want Rhodes. So Mo Ali Cox will be tight end 1. And then we're going to have upgrade the team. Because we're supposed to do that at the midseason mark. And then let's see if we can beat the Jaguars, who's kind of making a comeback, like I told y'all. In the Madden world, in this little Madden universe, the Jaguars make this division more hard than it should be. It should be just between the Titans and the Colts, but it's not, damn it. It's between the Titans, the Colts, the Jaguars, and the Texans, who have Deshaun Watson on their roster in this game. But let's see if we can get a division win and beat the Jaguars, the OP Jaguars, and we do. 28-21. After handing out some money, players get happy. Carson Wentz is still sucking. 2 touchdowns, one pick. Naheem Hines, touchdown. Michael Pittman had a touchdown. T.Y. And we have the pick for Kari Willis. He gets it the game after the dev trade scenario. Vintage Madden. Xavier Rhodes, Kenny Moore, who's having a hell of a year. Darius Leonard with a pick. Let me go talk to Carson Wentz real quick. Let me tell him something. Carson, don't make me trade you for Prince Harry, okay? Don't make me trade you for Prince Harry. Hey, y'all can't even lie, bro. That's his doppelganger, bro. The Prince dude, Prince Harry, whatever his name is, that's his doppelganger. That's his twin. That's his twin. But let's see if we can beat the Buffalo Bills. Can't win on the road. We already know we can't win on the road. So, low expectations coming into this game. And when you look at that, we score our highest points of the season, 41-35 in a shootout against the Bills. JT went crazy. It wasn't Carson Wentz. It was all Jonathan Taylor. I can tell y'all that by the passing yards and the rushing yards, as it was 21 all in the first half. The game went into overtime. Carson Wentz did throw 2 touchdowns, but it was all Jonathan Taylor. 219 yards, 2 touchdowns. He averaged 10 a carry. Every carry was a first down. Carson Wentz had a rushing touchdown. Zach Pascal, T.Y. Hilton, Smith and Fisher giving up sacks. Okereke, Kwity Paye, Grover Stewart, all with sacks. Darius Leonard with a pick. Tyler Bass missed an important field goal for them, so that kind of cost them the game. They would have won the game, but I don't care. A win is a win. We have a weekly award, and I bet it is Jonathan Taylor. Yes, sir. 219 yards rushing on the day. Xavier Rhodes, man, he's been injured all damn season. Rocky Sin is back. And, oh, man, we have a tough game against the Bucs, but we are at home. We play better at home than we do on the road. Coming off a big win, and we take a big loss. 28-21 against Tom Brady and them Bucs. You know, Brady is used to beating the Colts, like in them Peyton Manning days. 2 picks, I'm guessing. Yep, Carson. Every game is like he's throwing like 120 yards, bro. Even if I had like a quarterback, I've had quarterbacks that's like 57 overall, throwing at least 200 yards. At least 200 yards. Not no damn 120. Barely 100. Grover Stewart and DeForest Buckner with some sacks. Blankenship, perfect. Definitely need to get a quarterback. I'm actually glad it's working out like this. I want him to suck. Not the team, but Carson. So we can trade him. As we beat the Texans, as we should, 35-14. Going into a bye week, so that's a great win to go into the bye week with. As honestly, they didn't play bad. It was kind of an even game. We just scored more points than them. Deshaun Watson couldn't throw a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor's been hot. We got killed by Nico Collins. DeForest Buckner and Grover Stewart. So the D tackles playing well in the trenches. As we do have a bye week, so it is bye week. Upgrade the team. Not going to look at a playoff picture because we are not in that picture. We are not in that frame. Let's go ahead and play the Patriots. The rival Patriots, Mac Jones, 9-4. And let's see if we can beat the Patriots. as we're second in the division, tied with the Jaguars, and we slipped down to number 3. We at least got to finish second place. So this time, our running game was not great. Carson, not great. So when you put both of those not so great stats together, you're not going to be great. You're not going to have a good game. You're definitely not going to win. Antoine Woods, Darius Leonard, Xavier Rhodes, pick. And let's see if we can beat the Cardinals TV game. They're 9-5. Probably not going to beat them. 45-31. They almost dropped 50 on our heads. Was that a Saturday game? Yeah, that was that Saturday night game. Got the running game down, but 2 turnovers. We were down 24-10 at the half. Kyler just did his thug, man. 5 touchdowns, no picks. 5 sacks from the offensive line. Giving up. Zach Pascal was the only one with a receiving touchdown. And Eric Fisher, my boy, you are gone. 4 sacks allowed. He let Marcus Golden beat him like that. Shaking my dreads, bro, and I don't even got dreads no more. 4-11 Raiders at home. Of course, we lose by a field goal. So it looks like we're going to finish this season on a losing streak. After a big win going into the bye week, we just said bye-bye to the season, and we're just going to finish on a losing streak. 27-30. Looks like we kind of outplayed them a little bit, but it was just the one pick from Carson Wentz probably that cost us the game. That one pick. Michael Pittman was great. Grover Stewart's having a great second half of the season. Him and DeForest Buckner. And let's finish the season off. We're going to finish in 3rd place behind the Jaguars, but let's try to get to our goal, which was 7 wins. And we finished the season strong, 41 points. But we are going to finish in 3rd place. I would rather have finished in 2nd place behind the Titans. But like I said, the Jaguars are kind of OP in Madden with Trevor Lawrence and your boy Urban Meyer. 240 yards rushing, so it was all Jonathan Taylor. The defense got some turnovers. We picked Trevor Lawrence off 3 times, but look at that, man. Look at that. Impressive win. Carson Wentz still played like shit. Well, not really at 79% completion percentage, but he really didn't do nothing. It was all Jonathan Taylor. He had a rushing touchdown, but that's how we're going to finish the season, 41-point win. So hopefully we can build off of that going into next season as Kenny Moore. I think he had a breakout season. Let's check out the team rankings. So let's upgrade the team first. Let's do that. And for the team rankings, so points per game, we were 21. Passing yards per game with Mr. Carson Wentz, Prince Harry throwing for barely 100 yards every damn game. 31. Rushing yards per game, we were top 5. Defensive points per game, 18. Defensive passing yards, 24th. And then defensive rush yards with Grover Stewart and DeForest Buckner, number 5. So when it comes to rush, whether we're running or stopping the run, we're top 5. Fab 5. But when it came to passing yards per game, whether we were passing or trying to stop the pass, we were almost dead last. So got to work on that. Those were our weaknesses. 7 wins, though. 7-10, 3rd in the division. Would like to have been 2nd. And then for the or top performers, passing leaders, you got Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Nick Chubb, Derrick Henry, and your boy Jonathan Taylor. So he was top three. Stephon Diggs, Randall Cobb, Byron Pringle, Aaron Donald, Chandler Jones, Von Miller, Marlon Humphrey, Trey White. Ooh, Marlon Humphrey had 9 picks. Trey White, Jordan Whitehead, and then Isaiah Simmons, former Colt Anthony Walker Jr., and Foyesade Olakun. Looking at the stats, Carson dead last in passing yards as a starting quarterback. Starting quarterback. 32 starters, and he was dead last. Dead last, bro. Not injured. He was not injured. 15 touchdowns, 16 picks. Offensive line was actually not terrible. Only 27 sacks allowed. 60% completion percent. Starting quarterback, bro. Sam Ellinger only came in that one game. That one game. It had a better, I would argue, had a better season than Carson Wentz. But Jonathan Taylor was the MVP on the offense this season. 1,600 yards, 18 touchdowns, average 5.2 a carry, no fumbles. Longest was a 52-yard run. Naheem Hines with 6 touchdowns. Marlon Mack with 4. Receiving, Michael Pittman was 5 yards shy of 1,000 yards, only 4 touchdowns. But, I mean, that's impressive. From what his quarterback did to have those stats, pretty damn good. T.Y., probably an end of an era for him here in Indianapolis. Zach Pascal probably going to let walk. Jack Doyle's might retire like he did in real life. Mo Alley Cox extended him. He will be our tight end next season. O-line, Fisher, gone. He's gone. Not bringing him back, but Braden Smith was great. Davenport didn't do that bad. Well, actually, he came in he was a backup to Eric Fisher, so, I mean, really can't tell by that. Ryan Kelly, though, was great. And, of course, Quentin Nelson, and then Glowinski's going to be hard to let him go, but he was great. Okereke led the team in tackles. 12 2 sacks, 2 picks. Great year. Kind of a breakout year for him. Darius Leonard was a freak. Kari Willis actually was good. Kenny Moore was outstanding. DeForest Buckner was great. Rocky Sin didn't do nothing. So definitely going to try to pull the trade off. Julian Blackman was Taquan Lewis got that dev trait, and he actually had a good season. Grover Stewart had a hell of a season. Xavier Rose had 2 picks. Kwity Paye, I mean, it was his rookie season. So not all that bad from the defense. Forced fumbles, we had Darius Leonard, Kari Willis, Kenny Moore, Isaiah Rodgers. Blocks, nobody. Safeties, nobody. Touchdowns, nobody. Kicking, Blankenship missed the extra pointer, but only missed 1 field goal. It's a great season for him. Sanchez averaged 51.3 inside the 2015 times, long as 70, so great year for him. Isaiah Rodgers, no special teams touchdown. After the last rebuild, I kind of got used to seeing special team touchdowns, but Patrick Mahomes, just like how we left off, like I just said, the last rebuild, MVP for Patrick Mahomes. Coach of the Year, Matt Rule. We are the AFC. Offensive Player of the Year for the AFC goes to Patrick Mahomes. Jonathan Taylor at 8. Defensive Player of the Year, Marlon Humphrey. We had Kenny Moore at 7. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Trevor Lawrence. In our division, JOK for the Browns. Kwity Paye at 7. Best QB was Patrick Mahomes. Best running back was Nick Chubb. Jonathan Taylor at 3. Best receiver was Stephon Diggs. Offensive line, Ronnie Stanley. We had Quentin Nelson at number 2. D lineman, Jerry Hughes. And Ed Oliver, 1 and 2. So the Bills doing their thing. DeForest Buckner at 7. Linebacker, Bradley Chubb. We had Bobby Okereke at 5. DB, Marlon Humphrey. Kenny Moore at 3. And then best kicker, come on, man. Jason Sanders. We were robbed. Goggles should have won that. But 7 and 10, we get a contract extended. 7-10, third in the division. And we're going to try to pull off some big moves. Same moves as real life. Similar to real life. And let's see if we have any Pro Bowlers, as it's going to be the Bills and Packers Super Bowl, which I thought could have been a possible Super Bowl going into the postseason in real life. As we had Jonathan Taylor, one for us. See some weird names: Donovan Peoples-Jones, Byron Pringle, Danny Amendola. Quentin Nelson makes 2. Smith makes 3, so 2 of our linemen. Forrest Buckner makes 4. Bobby Okereke makes 5. Anthony Walker Jr., former Colt. Kenny Moore makes 6. So 6 Pro Bowlers, so more than I expected. Didn't expect Bobby Okereke to make it. But it is a Bills, Packers Super Bowl, and let's see if we have any dev trait upgrades. As, let's see, nobody on offense. Might have some on the defensive side, as we do. So Bobby Okereke goes up to Superstar. Darius Leonard goes up to X Factor. I think DeForest Buckner already had X Factor. And damn, they brought my boy Kenny Moore. Should have been a Superstar, but actually, let's check DeForest Buckner. I think he already had that. Yeah, he already had X Factor. So, congrats, Bobby Okereke, Darius Leonard, 2 linebackers. But as you can see, we definitely need to upgrade right outside linebacker. Kari Willis did fail that dev trait scenario, but he's still solid. So, really, the defense is looking good. And it was just add a corner or 2. We're in good shape. Just need a quarterback. We need Matty Ice. As the Packers win the Super Bowl MVP is Aaron Rodgers, and then Patrick Mahomes, Matt Rule, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Donald, Trevor Lawrence, JOK for all the awards. Let's go ahead and try to re-sign these players. And we're not going to look at the mock draft because we don't have a first-round pick. But let's look at to see if we have any retirements. If I had to take a guess, maybe Jack Doyle, like real life. And no Colts retiring. So let's go ahead to the player negotiations. As we're going to let T.Y. Hilton walk. We're going to let Xavier Woods, Zach Pascal, Mark Glowinski, who played great. Would bring him back if they didn't let him go in real life. TJ Carey can go. Turay, all these guys. All these guys can go find a new home. But they did bring back, I think they brought back Matt Pryor. Should I just get him on a 3-year deal as a backup? Yeah, that would be smart because we don't have a tackle on the roster because I'm letting Eric Fisher go. So we'll bring back Matt Pryor just because they did. I think they brought back Zaire Franklin too. I think they did. So I actually give him like a 4-year deal. He is a team captain. Must be really good on special teams. But other than that, everybody else can go. So it's the end of an era for T.Y. Hilton. Guess you could say the same thing for Marlon Mack. Really, but that'll do it for that. And then we're going to go to free agency, and we're going to try to make some moves. As the big one was the Carson Wentz trade to the Washington Commanders. So it was Carson Wentz. And I can't remember what did they give up? What did they give up? I believe it was a second and a third for second and a seventh, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna have to double check that. I think I'm right though. Yeah, so it was second round. Hold on here. So the Colts received 2022 third round pick, 2023 third round pick, and a 2022 second round pick. So 222 second round, third round, and then the other one is like a conditional pick. So really can't do that in Madden. And then the Commanders received Carson Wentz in a second. So I really don't have to include that seventh round pick. So let's see if this actually works. And it actually does go through. Wow. It actually goes through. So we're swapping second round picks. We also get their third round pick. And I didn't include the conditional pick, but the trade actually went through. Another trade that happened was just straight up Rock Ya-Sin for Yannick Ngakoue. I don't know if it's going to work just straight up with those two. I don't know why Madden's not letting me click on Rock Ya-Sin, so let's back out. Back out of that. Okay, here we go. So the other one was Rock Ya-Sin, straight up for Yannick Ngakoue. Don't know if they'll actually do this. They might, though. They might. 80 overall, 83 overall. And they don't. So it looks like I'm going to have to give up something else, which I'm willing to do. But what could we give up? What could we give up? Could give up Taquan Lewis. They need a left outside linebacker. Would they take Darius Harris? Yeah, let's see if they take Darius Harris. Nope. Let's just give up that seventh round pick I was going to give up earlier. Nope, they don't want that either. What about next year's fourth? Close. Next year's fourth and sixth. Damn. What do we have? We have two third round picks, a second and fourth. So I don't want to give up any picks this year. Let's just do next year's third. Yeah, let's just do next year's third round pick. That should get it done. And then give me a 6th round pick next year. Think that's fair? Fuck, bro. Close. They don't want to give up Yannick Ngakoue. They really don't. Well, how about Harris and next year's 4th? Y'all do that? They not budging. They are not budging. Might have to be that next year's 3rd. It's close. It's close. I'm not giving up a 2nd round pick for Yannick Ngakoue. Tell you that right now. The hell do they even want, man? Do we give up Paris Campbell? Will they take Paris Campbell? I kind of want to keep him, though. I want to keep him. See if we can develop him in his contract year. I mean, Jack Doyle retired. Will they be interested in him? Probably not. They need linemen. We don't really have a lot of linemen on the damn team as it is. Keeping Matt Pryor. We brought him back. Yeah, man, they need a receiver. Not giving up Franklin. Do we have to give up a 2nd round pick? What about a 4th this year, next year's 3rd? I'll do that. There we go. And I should have got another pick. God damn it. Rockets in a 4th this year, a 3rd next year for Yannick Ngakoue. And then the big one. The big one was for Matt Ryan. So let's go to the Falcons. And it might be tough to do this one. Might be tough to do. He's actually a 76 overall, so it shouldn't be that hard. And I believe it was for a 3rd round pick. Can't remember which 3rd round pick it was. So we're going to look that up really quick. Should have did my research before I started this rebuild. I know it was a 3rd round pick. I just don't know which one it was for. We keep the 73rd or 72nd pick. So it must have been pick 90. And they're not letting me click it because Madden is glitching and it is stupid. So gave up a little bit too much for Yannick Ngakoue to get the deal done. But for Matt Ryan, we should be able to get this done. So pick 90 for Matty Ice, who I think is still a good quarterback. Wish he would have won that Super Bowl against the Patriots. But it just feels like, the Phillip Rivers move, like when the Colts had Phillip Rivers. But, and that's not going to work. Now, what do they need? They need running back, left outside linebacker, D tackle. Did we give up Taquan Lewis? Ben Benogu. They want left outside linebacker. Let's give up Harris, see if that works. Close. So Harris, and we'll do next year's 5th round pick. Close. Let's do. Damn, I don't want to give up a 4th. Fuck it. Let's give up a 4th, and then I'm going to get next year's 6th-round pick from them because we need some pick. They don't even have a 6th-round pick. Next year's 5th. So next year's 5th for my next year's 4th. Give up Harris and then the 3rd-round pick. Hope that goes through, and of course it doesn't. Let's just go ahead and take their fucking 7th-round pick and see if that works. So close, man. We're just getting robbed of picks. Let's just do it. We get Matt Ryan. We give up the 3rd-round pick, a player in Harris, and unfortunately we have to give up next year's 4th-round pick. But we were able to get Matt Ryan. We were able to get Yannick Ngakoue. So we have some of the new look Colts. We have Matt Ryan. Check him out. Colts jersey. He kind of regressed a lot. But like I said, he's just another bridge quarterback for them. And the other piece we traded for was, where is he? Yannick Ngakoue. And we traded away Carson Wentz. So let's see what we need now. Could use an upgrade at safety as Kari Willis is in a contract year. Need corner. Need right outside linebacker. As Yannick Ngakoue is a speed rusher. He's just edge rusher, so he's going to have to play that side. See, that's why I didn't want Taquan Lewis as they knock him back down to normal dev. Need O-linemen, about 2 of them. We need help at receiver. So let's go ahead and check out the free agency. As for quarterbacks, not going to sign one. Not going to bring Jacoby Brissett back to Indianapolis. Don't need running backs. Need a fullback, though. Definitely need a fullback. We could go for like an Alec Ingold. Blasingame, Carter. We could just draft a fullback. And receiver, there is like an Odell, Juju, Antonio Brown, T.Y., Pascal. Zach Ertz. Now, Teron Armstead is there. I know he did sign with Miami in real life, a 5-year deal. We brought back Matt Pryor, so he'll be a little placeholder right there. But we do need right guard. Glowinski, unfortunately, left in real life. So we'll probably just look to draft right guard. And then, let's see, we need right outside linebacker. Somebody like Hightower, maybe move him out on the right. I think Keanu Neal. Would he fit? Pass coverage. He fits the scheme. We go with Keanu Neal. I kind of like it. Got Marcus Williams, Kareem Jackson, Anthony Harris. So here's what I'm thinking. I like A.J. Bouye on a 1-year deal. $7 million. And I'm thinking Keanu Neal on a 2-year deal. Put this down some. $15 million. up this up just a little bit. So Keanu Neal on a 2-year deal. And then I'm actually going to make one more trade. I know I don't do a lot of trades in my rebuilds, but just to try to replicate the moves that were made in real life, and this move that I think should happen now that Matt Ryan is a Colt, and now that this team actually cut him in real life, Julio. We're going to try to reunite Matt Ryan and Julio Jones to see if they can finally win that Super Bowl, but not in Atlanta, here for the Colts, as Madden is being dumb as fuck. Let me put my players on these trading blocks, bro. Damn. So, we want to target Julio Jones. And we're going to have to give up some picks. I know he got cut by the Titans, which sucks. So now we have to trade picks again. Let's see. We'll give up. You might have to give up a 2 next year. But a 2 next year for Julio. And what positions do y'all? Y'all need a tight end? Take Jack Doyle. Take Jack Doyle instead of a 2. Damn. That might be the best thing we have to offer them. A 2 next year and Jack Doyle. But if I'm going to give y'all a 2, y'all got to give me a 5th round this year. And it's accepted. So Jack Doyle for Julio. I give up next year's 2nd, but I get a current 5th. We reunite Julio Jones with Matt Ryan. It was the goal all along, as Julio, wearing number 7, will join Matt Ryan and Michael Pittman. So hopefully that helps the development of Parrish Campbell. And we are going after Keanu Neal, A.J. Bouye, some veterans on the defensive side, and free agency, as we get A.J. Bouye to help out our cornerback depth to replace Rock Ya-Sin. And let's continue to see if we get Keanu Neal, see if he wants to join. Won't mind it if he does not, as he rejects us. That's okay. That is okay. That is okay. We will look towards the draft then. I still think, even though with the trade for Matt Ryan, I think a quarterback is still in play to draft. Look at this guy, Alex Good. Throw accuracy deep. B trucking. D awareness, though, is not good. Let's see. Ethan English. 6'4". Big receiver. Stiff arm. F awareness, though. Not aware, so that's not good. And then Mike Fowler. Looking for these like 2nd round type quarterbacks that could probably sit a couple of years, and he doesn't look good either. But even though they don't look that good, might be worth a risk, taking a chance. And this guy with this A awareness, A carrying, Julian Spence, looks like a quarterback that we could draft. Don't need running backs. We definitely need fullback. Check out this guy, B pass blocking. Lead blocking is not great, though. We'll just put him on the list, though, because we do need a fullback. And then this guy with C pass blocking. Elite everything. Damn near. A stamina, C pass. So I like him. Jeremy Smith. Put him on the list. We can still look at receiver. Because Roscoe Parrish, former Bill wide receiver, is one of my favorite return men. But no, not Roscoe Parrish. Parrish Campbell. Jason got A catching. 4.47. B break tackle. Hell yeah. Jason Gallery looks like a steal. Might take him that first pick. Tight end, we could even look at. There's none. We do need O-lineman. But it's got Bryce Sheldon, third, fourth rounder, 6'6". B's everywhere. Looks like a steal. Sign me up. We do need a guard. Can't get that top 5 guy. Ain't really no centers. Let's look at guards. The day 3 guy, Jacob Katz. A injury. C's look decent. Might take a chance on him. And then right tackle, we'll just see if there's like a guy that can move over to left tackle. It'll be an instant plug-and-play starter. Not looking like it. We'll check out this day 3 guy. 8 impact blocking. But I see that F. He sucks at run blocking. I mean, which ain't that bad. I mean, he's a tackle. We'll put him on the list for now. Actually, not. I ain't gonna put him on the list. Got D tackles. We got our edge rushers now. We do need an outside linebacker. Because we were unable to get Keon O'Neal. And it looks like there is none. Looks like it may continue to be the worst position on the team. God damn it. Yeah. Yep. Don't know what we're going to do at linebacker. And even though we signed A.J. Bouye, you can look at corner. Doesn't look like there's no corners. Draft class is kind of weak. We are going to look at safety, though. Kari Willis is in a contract year. Let's look at Enrique Goddard. A awareness. He looks good. And actually, we can move Kari Willis to right outside linebacker. Now that I think about it. He's big enough. A finesse moves. He's got Justin Caldwell. C man coverage. So, yeah, if all fails, we'll move Kari Willis and then draft safety. We can actually look at free agency, though, just to see, what leftovers are available. I mean, Charles Harris, nah. Quan Alexander, nope. Looking for scheme fit, guys. Looking for scheme fits. As nobody is signing Dante Hightower. Nobody. Could bring Justin Houston back to the Colts. Nobody's making a play on Dante Hightower. Bring him in on a 1-year deal or 2-year deal. Maybe a 2-year deal. And if, we can cut him or trade him next year. He's not great. So bring in Dante Hightower. Bring in Dante Hightower. Move him out to the right. Nobody's making a bid on him. So we're going to take advantage and fill one of those holes. Bringing in him and A.J. Bouye, 2 veterans on the defensive side, will help out this team a lot. Bringing in Julio Jones and Matt Ryan on the offensive side. We also brought in Yannick Ngakoue on the defensive side. So making big moves to this team, trying to get to the playoffs next season. Hopefully Matt Ryan does not play like Prince Harry did. But before next season, we need to see what rookies are going to be on this team, on this roster for next season. So I think for us, it's best player available, but positions of needs as we get Dante Hightower. We'll check out the free agency recap. As damn, we should have went for a fullback. But let's see, our division, we're the Colts. We have Jaguars, Texans. Texans actually bring in Odell. I don't think he would go there. And then let's see, Jaguars, Titans. So Jaguars get Bob Tunyon, Mike Hughes, Chase Edmonds to the Texans. I don't see any Tennessee Titans. Jaguars making big moves. They get Sidney Jones. They get Kingsley Keke. So, yeah, no moves from Tennessee. No moves from Tennessee. So that's good. But Jaguars looking like they're going to be the best team that season, but we're definitely competing with them for that spot. Let's go ahead and start the NFL draft, 2022 NFL draft. See what the Jets take.
Okay, it's the Lions
A
now.
right outside linebacker. Lions take.
The Texans up now. They're on the clock.
Right in.
Okay, the
Texans take a quarterback.
Okay, here we go. The
Giants take a quarterback, and then Raiders take a guard. So let's go ahead and skip to our pick. Second round pick, late second round pick, and see what has fallen to us. Those quarterbacks, but none of them were good when we were scouting them. We did like Jason Gallery with that A catching. And that might be the pick. That might be the pick. Yep, that is the pick. We're going to take a receiver, get Matt Ryan another weapon, give Paris Campbell some competition. I think he is in a contract year. Got Julio, got Michael Pittman. Let's just fill the team with more weapons. Normal dev, that's okay. Hopefully he's a good overall. And then with the next pick, we'll most likely take a lineman. Actually, I didn't know we had an early third-round pick. I do see a tight end here, Jimmy Griffin. We didn't really scout him. And he doesn't look that good. So most likely we'll pass on him. Let's look at these tackles, though. They look garbage. Sheldon actually was the guy that we had scouted, and he didn't look bad. So I think I'm going to take Bryce Sheldon here. I ain't even going to take no chance and just get his ass now. Nobody else that we looked at. Draft class looks kind of weak. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get that tackle now. I think he's going to be good. Bryce Sheldon, welcome to the Colts. Normal dev.
Let's see what direction they go.
My crown kind of falling off my head a little bit. My DraftKings crown, as I don't think we have a fourth round pick, so it was great to take him right there. We go all the way to the fifth round. We're just going to try to fill some holes at this point. We're not going to take the fullbacks just yet. Actually, we might need to. No, we got 2 fifth-round picks, 6 and a 7. So there is a safety here. See what he's looking like. A, finesse moves. B, kick return. And then there's this guy, Justin Caldwell. So we might take Leonard Claiborne just because he had the A, finesse moves. No linebackers in this class whatsoever. Actually, we might have found one. DeMarco Adkisson.
On the clock now, the Bears.
Looks good, and it will probably take safety.
And now we turn to the
Colts. And then the 2 fullbacks or 1 fullback. Let's see if that safety is still there. Nope, he's gone, unfortunately. Now what do we take? Oh, that guard, Jacob Katz. Forgot about him. Glad he's still there. Take him.
It's the Bucks now on the clock.
And we're getting everybody mostly everybody that we scouted, everybody that we wanted. Even though I feel like this draft class is more on the weaker side. And right here, should we just take a quarterback? I know they're going to be trash. They got Sam Ehlinger on the roster. So really don't need. I mean, we lost Marlon Mack. Naheem Hines is going to be in a contract year. Do we take a running back here? B kick return. More like a return man. I don't know. We take this tight end. C deep route. B injury deep pass block. You can't play. Yeah, he's more like a receiver. Big body receiver / tight end. Might take him. As we do need help at cornerback, though. We do need help at cornerback. Why is everybody passing on this guy? He was a first-round talent. B press. D awareness, though. Let's just take him to see if we can develop him.
Bears are on the clock now.
See what's wrong with him. He was supposed to be a first-round talent. I'm going to take a chance on him. And then with our last pick, let's go ahead and add a fullback on this roster because we don't have one. And we'll get Jeremy Smith. I think he looks a little bit better than the other guy. He got all those elites. He's a great athlete. Even though this guy's big, 260, but doesn't look that good. Let's take Jeremy Smith, last pick, hidden dev fullback. Let me go ahead and pick my crown up off the ground. Put it back on my head. The Draft King reclaims his throne. Hidden dev fullback in the 7th round. Our best pick was probably the last pick in the draft. So let's check out the overalls, see what we end up with. Not as great as I thought. So it's our 2nd round pick, Jason Gallery. I mean, he was the best player available. He's a great slot receiver. But that's about it. Can't run deep, can't run medium routes. We might have to rock with Paris Campbell for another season, but they'll still compete. I'll give them a chance. Left tackle, Bryce Sheldon, not that good. Thought he was going to be better than that. So we might have to rock with Matt Pryor at left tackle. DeMarco Addison can sit behind Dante Hightower for a year or two. Katz isn't going to be a starter. The cornerback is going to be a depth piece. And, yeah, our best pick, hands down, was the fullback. Don't need to check out the other rookies because we weren't in position to get any of those first-round guys. So let's just go ahead and advance the week, get on the preseason. But to summarize, first year, 7-10, 3rd in the division. We moved on from Carson Wentz, a.k.a. Prince Harry, traded him to Washington just like real life. Got Matt Ryan, got his old receiver and Julio. We got the Yannick Ngakoue trade, trading away Rocky Sin. And then we added Dante Hightower and AJ Bouye in the free agency period. But that'll wrap it up for part 1 until the next episode.